Hi, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. You tell me, how are you?
I'm also good, sir. Thanks for asking. How was your day?
Day was okay. It was fine. It was okay, kind of. How was your
All
day?
right. I feel like I'm in a trance, so I've forgotten now suddenly what day did I even have. But I think it went well. Good. It's just awfully hot in Delhi these days.
Oh, yes,
So,
indeed.
oh, are you from Delhi as well?
Yes.
All right.
Currently,
When
I
is
am
monsoon?
located in Noida, but yes, Noida, Delhi, one and the same thing.
Yeah, I mean it's a part. You don't consider it in UP anymore,
Yes, yes,
right? But
absolutely.
yeah, it's treacherous. Yes.
Indeed.
All right. So what would you like to talk about today, sir?
Okay, so what is there in the system document if we don't have anything to talk about?
It's exercise. Is it something you'd like to talk about?
Oh, yes, of course. We need to say something. We need to talk about anything. So why don't we start from
Absolutely.
exercise itself?
Absolutely, sir. So, is exercise a part of your life?
Oh, yes. Earlier, I used to exercise much, but now, due to the busy schedule and everything,
Hmm.
I couldn't go to gym. I'm not able to go gym regularly.
Hmm.
But yes, it's a part and parcel. It is a part, of course. Yes.
All right. Okay. So, do you like exercising regularly? You said that you don't find time, but is it something that you consciously put efforts into to create space for exercise in your life?
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Right. Why is it like? Why is it important for you?
Exercise is pretty obvious. There are a lot of things that'll help you reduce or improve while doing exercises, right? Once you exercise, it betters your say mental health, right?
Right.
And there are a lot of chronic diseases that can help you reduce that as well. Talk about the high cholesterol level these days. We are using oil, um,
Right.
I mean, yes, and that can probably um, higher your LDL and so-called HDL, right? So yes, I mean, these days, due to our lifestyle, these diseases are very prone, and one can easily be caught. And then it betters your sleep as well. It helps you relax. Uh, yes, I mean, you're able to concentrate better.
Right.
So yeah, these are so many benefits, while if you exercise, and if you do not exercise, you'll feel the difference. And somebody who does that, it's something pretty obvious and visible to them. If you don't
Right.
exercise, you'll have a lot of problems for sure.
Right.
Yeah, and because the kind of environment that we are living in today, I mean, everything that are contaminated, right, is not 100% pure, and
Right.
it's inevitable. Even if you try avoiding all of those, it is perhaps not possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to somehow order your food. You have to do, even if you cook your breakfast or say dinner, lunch, whatever. I mean, the oil that you're using, that is something, I mean, very
Absolutely.
harmful, right? And that lead to a number of diseases. And then maintaining healthy lifestyle is perhaps not possible these days. So, yeah,
Quite a task, if anything, less than that.
yes, right.
Right.
What do you think? I
I'll
mean,
just point out one. Uh-huh.
yeah, please.
What do I think of exercise?
Yes, absolutely. Are you a regular exercise? Are you somebody who likes exercising? You don't exercise?
I do. I do. I like you said that somebody who exercises after not exercising, they can feel the change. It's very evident. They can tell the difference. So I never really exercised for quite a long time, but then I started exercising around like 2 years back. So I did feel a certain difference, which was very quick to be noticed. Um,
Oh,
but something that
yes.
I do struggle with is consistency these days. to, like you said, that the work schedules are so hectic that sometimes one can tend to feel lazy to actually get up and consciously put an effort to continue that. So that is something I'm struggling with these days, especially because it's really hot and I like to work out on roof in open area instead of at gym. So it's really difficult to, it's more than anything, it's torturing to work out in 40 degrees Celsius.
Right.
So consistency is something that I do struggle with.
What's your thought? Help me understand, because I have seen, because I've been exercising for a while now, right?
Hmm.
And somebody who have recently started going to gym or exercising, right?
Hmm.
They have a lot of, say, reasons of not going to the gym or exercising, right?
Hmm.
There could be n number of factors. Say, for example, there could be too hot, there could be too uh, cold at certain point in time, and then you're
Right.
not feeling well, you are distressed, maybe you are
Hmm.
not okay, you probably uh,
Hmm.
say you are feeling lazy
Demotivated.
today and less
Hmm.
motivated going to gym. So these things are happening very often. What do
Hmm.
you
Right.
think? I mean, do you agree with this?
Oh, I do, absolutely. But I understand it with a different lens. I think our motivation to continue exercise is significantly influenced by the purpose that we start exercising with.
Hmm.
So, for example, when I started exercising, it was only to maintain my health. I had just recovered from a very unhealthy phase of life, so I wanted to keep at maintaining my health. That's why I exercise, and I think that was when I was most consistent at exercising. But then later, sometime back, I put on weight, and then I wanted to exercise to manage my weight, and since then I haven't been consistent at it. So I
Okay.
think the purpose that you exercise would definitely affects your consistency or your motivation. A lot of people exercise because of body image issues. Um, a lot of so if they do not get results, and the results can definitely lag when you're especially trying to work on your weight management. So they feel demotivated if they can't see the results being evident, and so they feel a certain lack of motivation. While for people who just want to maintain a healthy life, so they do they do experience results quite instantly, and so they continue at it. So I think it's
Correct.
purpose, according to me, that decides which is a very important deciding factor in exercise journey.
Right. Correct.
Right. But has there been any breakthrough for you in your exercising habit? For example, like I fell ill, and then that's when I realized exercise is important, not just for weight, but in general lifestyle. Was there any breakthrough moment for you where you understood the
No, as
importance that
such.
it is?
No, as such. I was in class. I think I made up my mind when I was in class 10th itself, right? So once I'll be in say, once I'll start my college, then
Mm-hmm.
one thing which I would certainly like to do would be exercising, right? So since then, I made my mind to exercise,
Mm-hmm.
and I was very regular, as I mentioned. I used to do it. I used to
Mm-hmm.
exercise
Right.
regularly earlier, but now, due to busy schedule and everything,
Mm-hmm.
there is say it's not a regular habit, but yes, I try going out for a gym, but sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I miss out on that as well.
All right. Okay. I did want to point out one thing. I think you pronounced a word in between which I may have misheard it, but I only want to clarify. The word was inevitable. I wasn't sure if you pronounced it correctly.
Yes, it was inevitable.
Yeah. So I just wanted to clarify because I misheard it. Maybe it could have been network issue, but I just wanted to clarify that it's inevitable
Okay.
in case it was mispronounced.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Something I am really curious to ask you since this session started is, what brings you to Clapingo really?
Ma'am, actually, my first point is I would like to speak to a number of people, and I thought to
Mm-hmm.
start from Clapingo, and then there are other platforms as well, wherein that allows to talk to the people from all around the world. So that is one thing, and the second thing is that I've recently started a YouTube channel. And
All
then
right.
yeah, then I thought to have discussion with professionals and
Mm-hmm.
speakers, and then upload videos and let people
Mm-hmm.
learn from it, from the mistakes that I do, right? So yeah, these
Absolutely.
are the two purposes which why I joined Clapingo.
All right. So is requirement is talking to different people a professional requirement for you?
Say that again. I'm sorry. What is that?
Sure, sure. I was hoping to understand is talking to a lot of people and number of people like you mentioned. Is it a professional requirement for you?
It's not a professional requirement. It's just that to have a word with professionals. Earlier, I used to find myself, say, introvert kind of people, right? And to
Mm-hmm.
overcome this is perhaps one of the best methods wherein you can overcome
Mm-hmm.
your introvertness, right? And then you can probably
Right.
get to talk to a number of people. And then once you're able to do that, you
Mm-hmm.
are towards getting an extrovert. I don't know. I mean, I thought probably this could be the method which works better for
Mm-hmm.
me. And then
Um,
simultaneously, I've got other purpose as well, as I mentioned.
right, right.
Yeah. So that purpose also gets served as well. So yes.
Absolutely. So, do you consider introvertness to be a shortcoming?
Sometimes, not every time. Sometimes, you should be open and talk to people, because this is something which is required at this point in time, because you're into a professional world wherein you have to be open all the time and ask as many questions as possible,
Mm-hmm.
approach people and talk to them, no matter if it is required, not required sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's in your favor. But yes, talkative, or say going out of that. I mean, extrovert does not mean that you go out, approach somebody without any purpose and start talking,
Right,
and
right.
whatever it is, when that is not needed, go and approach him and talk like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the purpose. Actually, extrovert is means that your approach should be different, and you tend to talk to the people or strangers, and you don't
Mm-hmm.
feel uncomfortable talking to them at certain point in time. So
All
yeah.
right. Okay. If you had to share your comprehensive understanding of introversion with me, how would you do that? A comprehensive understanding of introversion as a trait of human personality.
Introvert is again confining yourself within the four walls. You don't
Mm-hmm.
talk. You talk very less, even when it is required.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes it might hurt people, because if you ask me a question and I don't answer it
Mm-hmm.
as per the expectation,
Mm-hmm.
and then seems like maybe it's one of the reasons you could be arrogant, right? You could be considered as an arrogant. So these something. I mean, in being an introvert is not something that is your weakness, but at certain
Right.
point in time you are marked down, um,
Mm-hmm.
in your professional world, or wherever
Mm-hmm.
or whatever you're doing. So I
Mm-hmm.
basically think is that if you're introvert, you should be open to talk to the people, and then you should not hesitate,
Mm-hmm.
opening up and then approaching somebody,
Mm-hmm.
even when you require that should be done
All
purposely.
right.
Yes.
So I
What do you
think
think?
we
I
can.
mean, this question for you as well, because you seem to be a very good speaker, and I also watched some of the videos on YouTube, and I really found you
Right.
confident, and you have great ideas and thoughts on some of the points. So I
Thank
thought
you.
to have a
Thank you.
word with you, and luckily I got because you guys have been so busy and tight schedule. Booking sessions with
Right.
you, this has been difficult. So I
Right.
found some of the speakers, they're so busy, and probably they have such a busy schedule. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
you hardly get time to talk to them. So what is your thought about it? Uh,
I think if I had to say something in continuation of what you just explained, I feel it so happens that professional world in particular is inconsiderate of people's personality traits, especially introversion, right?
okay.
So they treat people as only employees, as units of a company, and are not really considerate and thoughtful of justification of their behaviors. Probably, I do not think introversion is something which should be a shortcoming. At least not healthy introversion. Introversion is that you talk only when necessary. You do not like to engage out of necessity, or you like to keep in your own bounds, in your own confines, like you called it. So, and I personally think it's all right. It is something which should be accepted more openly. Sadly, it is not. It's not as well understood as it should be. So that's why I do see a lot of people, even here on Clapingo, who are here to overcome their introversion. While I don't think that's a pressure they should go through, because introversion is not just, it's not an error,
Okay.
right? It's a personality trait, which is
Absolutely.
absolutely okay. I mean, sometimes, if introverts can tend to, like you said, unintentionally hurt people. I think extroverts can also sometimes unintentionally annoy people,
Oh, yes. Yes,
right?
absolutely. Right.
So I think it's the moderation that one should seek to be able to function in society in the most healthy and balanced way as they can. So I think that is something that we all should strive for personally, and that is also something that we should try to understand and make sure, so that other people are able to strive for that balance. It goes both ways in my understanding, as an individual and also as, a bigger part of society, that we also become considerate and other person also takes initiative. So it's a two-way thing in my understanding so far of the entire thing, which is becoming an issue very
True.
rapidly.
Thank you very much for answering to my question.
Thanks for
Yeah, that
questioning.
was
It
really
was a
fascinating.
very
Yeah.
profound question.
Yeah.
Right. All right. I think with that we're also nearing the end of the session. Probably only a minute. I had a wonderful conversation with you. There was no mistake, which led to my curiosity to understand your purpose here on Clappingo. So it was a wonderful, wonderful time talking with you. I'm glad that you could find a session we could interact.
Thank you, ma'am. Same here. I really enjoyed talking to you as well. Thank you very much.
Likewise. All right, then. Good night. Take care.
Good night. Take care. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye.